Welcome to Elo's world of warships. Yeah. So it's a Monday. I haven't put a video out in over a week. Way too long. But I've been kind of under the weather the last week. I had an abscessed tooth, and actually it's made it hard to enunciate properly because my upper lip area has been pretty swollen. But anyway, part of what makes Warships so great is the challenge of doing well. But doing well seems to be so hard for so many players. There are basic roles that you play in each ship and basic tactics that you use to accomplish those roles. Teamwork is a big thing. But it's hard to find. People are off doing their own thing, not paying attention to what they're doing or where they're going. So I'll left turn here, give this guy some space. But my plan here is to push right up into F7 there, and there are only 2 DDs. If there were 3 or 4 DDs, I wouldn't do this. But with only 2 DDs, the risk is probably worth it to get into that cap and see what kind of trouble I can get into. So yeah, I'm just gonna do my thing. I say that a lot in the videos. I say, I'm just gonna do what I do, and it is as simple as that. But 7,000 games, I've probably learned a thing or two. That whole angling thing took me a long time to get that down right and to work it, Aiming, God, map awareness, play style, everybody's going to play a little differently. I'm a bit too aggressive for my own good most of the time. Yet that's the way I enjoy playing. So, and this, to me, the secret of playing a good game is being aggressive. Every game you lose because somebody was more aggressive than you were on a team-by-team basis. Don't be afraid to take some hits. I mean, if you're in a destroyer, yeah, you got to take a few hits, but you're a battleship. Line of order of battle should be destroyers out front, then battleships, then cruisers. The battleships can take the hits. The cruisers can sit behind that line, light stuff on fire, and do what they do best. When cruisers get out front, they die. If you look at what the other team is doing to us right now, and what will happen over the next few minutes, it'll bear that out, So I'm moving up here into this cap, trying to keep an eye on things to see what I can, what can I shoot? What can I get at? And I'm looking at my mini-map all the time. I'm constantly staring over at that and going, what's out there? Kurfurst is awesome. If you set it up with a 19-point captain and you set it up for secondaries, you've got 11.6 kilometer secondaries, which just are the relentless, let alone your main battery guns and what they can do. So what I'm looking at right here is looking really, really good. I'll slow this down. I'm angled pretty good at the Kurfurst and the Iowa. And the Kronstadt is in such a position that if I can get around this corner, I'll be beating the crap out of him too. But, oh yeah, and the game is not showing, the game right now isn't showing the targeting of the secondaries. So you can't see who I've got targeted on secondaries, but, anyway. Watch that counter on the right hand of the screen. And then watch my damage counter as well. I'm at, about 7,000. But, so my secondaries are aimed at one of the battleships. Now, all right, there's being aggressive and there's being stupid. Okay, I am right now hitting the brakes and slowing down because I'm going too fast. I need to stop and I need to back off this situation and just kind of stay where I am. However, the Buffalo never should have gotten as far out front as he did. Now, he's done damage and he's helped, but as a result of his positioning, he's getting fired at by a Kronstadt and 2 battleships. They're going to myrtleize him. He's not going to make it out of it. You know, I can take this kind of a pounding along, you know. They say, you know, hey, get some balls, act tough, and say, no. You need to do what Betty White says, grow a pussy. They can take a pounding. So, yeah, I'm doing exactly. Wait till the explosions settle down. I'm doing exactly what I want to do here. I know that no matter what they shoot at me, I'm not impenetrable. You know, they could hurt me if they wanted to, but I'm sitting in the good seat right now. Plus, I've got the guys down south. Absolutely, you know, the Richelieu, the Stalingrad, and the St. Louis, and the Tashkent are all making these guys' lives miserable. But it's working because I'm up front here, you know, being right in their face. And it's, you know, I've already got 75,000 damage just sitting here. If you note, the secondary counter hasn't moved up to the top bar. It's still just ranking up the hits because we're still in the same encounter. Excuse me while I sip some coffee. Damn, them explosions are loud. You know what? I probably ought to. I wonder if I could turn that down. I can. Watch this, because that's just getting ridiculously loud, isn't it? Audio, ambient, gunfire, ambient. We'll turn the sound effects down a little bit. That'll help. All right. I'm also using a new microphone. It's a Samson little mini USB condenser mic. So I have no idea how this is going to sound. I think I've got it all set up pretty well. But it's a tiny little thing, so I've got it sitting up on top of a big old mason jar thing so that it's high enough so I don't have to hold it because it's meant to be on a tabletop. Anyway, so what an effective set of stuff here. We've pretty much completely shut down their push on the eastern side, reduced most of their ships on the eastern side to a situation where they just don't want to take any more damage. So I'm just going to do some speed up here. Now, this is great. This is great. You know, this gearing is trying to hide. He wants to get out of the way. And it's like, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, he doesn't see me. So he's just like a sitting duck here. And map awareness. You know, you start target focusing on things out. You know, if I was waiting for the Iowa or the Kronstadt, etc., and I was target focused on those guys, I would have missed that opportunity. Now, it was a bit of a keel steal for sure, but that's a whole lot of torps and smoke and other things that are no longer available to those guys over in B. It can make it real hard for them to hold this. Oh, geez Louise. Look at the Hindenburg in F5. You know, he's facing what? 1, 2, 3 different ships are going to be beating him up here in a second. So I expect him to die any second. But what we can do in the meantime is, oh yeah, tactical knots are there. If you're going to hit the island, don't hit reverse. Hit full speed. Hit the island and then hit reverse. It'll happen much quicker. Especially these big beasts of a ship. Oh look, the Hindenburg's dead. What a surprise. So anyway, positioning, being aggressive. I'm capping in a battleship. So, yeah, it gets real old watching battleships hang out on the back row. You know, like the North Carolina on our team is doing. It's like, well, all right, his guns are nowhere near as accurate at that range as they would be if he was up where, say, the Richelieu was. But anyway. So, more secondary action, you know, not a great amount of damage, but, you know, it all adds up. Again, I've been taking some good hits, but because I've got the heal, you know, I can gain back a lot of that if I use it appropriately. I don't even know if I've used the repair yet. So, yeah, there's this destroyer around the corner. I've got my hydro up for another 51 seconds. So what I'm going to try to do is get around that corner. I'll speed this thing up. We don't need to be waiting here for that to happen. My goodness, that Wargaming has got to fix that. The stuttering on zoom in, zoom out at times is just ridiculous. Oh, and here we go. We're going to come around the corner here. The St. Louis gave me a horn blow there, and I wasn't quite... It took me a couple seconds to go, oh, yeah. He wants to get by, because he wants to do that. Yeah! So that was a good thing. So we set up for this destroyer, and yeah, I bet you can guess what's going to happen here, because I don't think the destroyer really knows I'm here. He knew the cruiser was there, but I don't think he knew I was here. Or maybe he did know I was here, and he didn't know the cruiser was there. But this is going to be, you know, boom with the mains and take him right out. And I do see the torps in time. Slam on the brakes, hard to left. That hard turn really kills a lot of speed. So we've completely wiped out the east side of the map by being aggressive. And there wasn't much, you know, those guys could do about it. The two, you know, the Kronstadt and the Iowa and the whatever the one we sunk over there was. So now it's time to reposition. So we'll just do a little speed up here because we don't need to see much more of this reposition thing. That Kronstadt is going to fire at me, yeah, but he's also going to get behind an island, and he's way the hell out there. The battle is down in B. Very often people will chase out to the edges up to the B row where that Kronstadt is, and it's just the wrong thing to do. Never chase. Never chase! Just do the basic stuff. So I'm just doing the basic stuff. I'm not Unicum. I'm just doing what my ship can do. Now we got that Kronstadt coming out from behind that island. And we got me and the Stalingrad are going to focus him down. I'll switch back to this crappy on-ship view. Man, that stuttering is just, that visually makes doing these replays so hard. Whew. So, but, you know, Kronstadt's not going to last. That smoke was a bit of a waste, but it was a nice effort. But, boom. So, wow, 3 things. And again, secondaries trained on the Montana. I'll throw the results up on, ooh, Citadel on Montana. More secondary hits. Yeah, it gets pretty funny here when I was thinking it was, I didn't recognize the Richelieu as our ship there for a second, but anywho. Secondaries, people. Your battleships very often have them. You can tank damage. Get your ass in there. I'm not doing anything special. I'm just playing the way a battleship ought to be played. All right, 2 ships left on their side. We've got a huge point lead. We've got a cap lead. You know, or we had a cap lead. We'll have a cap lead again here. Oh, and here comes the Kronstadt. Where else? Who else is out there? They got 2 ships, 2 cruisers. Kronstadt. Oh, yeah, it's getting an old thing. It sucks. So, Kronstadt. Get him in sight here. Oh, and... Oh, yeah. And the Zhao is out there, too. Get out. Shoot. So, again, the stuttery replay. Sorry. Wish it wasn't doing this. Wish there was a solution. So, again, here come those secondaries. Boom, boom, boom. And it just adds up. I was really surprised. I got done with this game, and oftentimes I'm so focused on playing the game and what's going on and keeping on tabs of everything that's happening, that, oh, hey, nice thing, that I forget to look at the score. And I think I got to the end of this one and was like, God dang. You know, I looked up at about this point and went, oh my God, yeah, I'm one away from the Kraken, and there's 1 ship left, and it's a Zhao, and so I did a tactical beaching there, again, to just slow down and be able to reverse and get back out here. But I lost paying attention to it, and I screwed up here because I ended up at one point going forward again, almost out of range of what was happening. So it was really, you know, there's a lot to it. Anyway, the Stalingrad's sitting here in reverse waiting for him. I'm waiting for him. I don't know if anybody else can shoot at him or not. No, I don't think so. But it does come down to a bit of a wire here. And it's timing of your shots, you know. always try to wait till see if they're going to turn, because if they're going to turn, you know, and here's this point, I'm creeping forward, and it's like I need to be in reverse. But you know, saving your shots and trying to get him at the right moment, and you'll see as this develops that you know, the Zhao is obviously well, unfortunately the the Stalingrad, yeah, is going to back himself into a rock, so he has nowhere to go. Zhao turns the corner, fires his torps, and that's pretty much all that wrote. So here we are, 11 seconds to go before my main batteries are available, and can he get behind the island before I can get a shot into him? 3, 2, 1. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that was a good game. So what we can do now is we'll go over down to we'll go down here and we'll show you some of the results screens here. Hello, computer. Let's start with this, and so yeah, 236,000 damage, 5 ships destroyed. I just think it's one, just rack. But I don't think I did anything all that special. All I did was play the game. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, data loading. We always want to do that. So great XP, 5 ships sunk. Really, you know, the Kronstadt, the Zhao, the Kronstadt, the Gumo, the Gearing, the Iowa. The only one I really kill-stealed was that Gearing at the beginning, but it wasn't. Nobody else was going to kill him in that position. And then continuing damage on the Montana, the Kurfurst, the Gascon, the Minotaur, and the Bismarck, and a little bit on my own Richelieu. But of their 12 ships, I got damaged and or destroyed 11 of the 12 ships. To me, that's a success all by itself. So it's again, not doing anything special. Didn't make a ton of money on that battle, but I did make some money. So anyway, that's it. Y'all have a good day. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy this Monday. It's cold and snowy in Maine. Have a good one.